there. J.J. Watt will all be there.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that. We should get in that contest too, early, me and you.
Hey, what contest?
We should play, it should be make it 2 the match.
Oh, yeah.
Should be 3 sets of matching.
All right, 120 to 110, the final score, as Dallas gets knocked out in 5 in the Western Conference Finals. They had a great season. I mean, there's no two ways about it. This was a great year for the Dallas Mavericks. How would you best sum up what you saw from that team, Shaq?
Listen, they played well. Nobody expected them to be here. They're young. They had fun. I think just the toughness of the Warriors, especially at this time of the season, just kind of caught up with them. And, Luka, as the leader, is going to have to learn how to get better. I don't say that disrespectfully, but when you're touted as a great player, one of your jobs is to make everybody around you better. He did that. They also learned a lot when he wasn't in the game. Dinwiddie and Brunson learned that, hey, we can play in this league too. So if those 2/3 can learn to play together and they get one more big-name player, they can definitely be dangerous around the shot. But they also need to realize, hey, just because you made it this far this year, it ain't going to be like this. Clippers coming back next year, the Lakers coming back, Utah, Portland. It's going to be a lot of teams.
Before we get your guys' takes on this, let's hear from Jason Kidd as he reflects on this season now on the night the Mavs got knocked out.
I think it means a lot, especially where we've been in the past. We'll be on our second vacation by now, and so to be able to play into May and to make it to the Western Conference Finals is a great accomplishment for this team and for everyone, coaching staff included. And so we have to go back. We'll review the last 3 series and see where we can get better as coaches, and then we'll spend time with the players this summer to make sure that they're working on the right thing.
So, Charles and Kenny, give me, if you can, gaze into the future with this team. Based on what you've seen this year, how do you take the next step if you're Dallas?
Well, they got to get a lot better. This year, to me, this is kind of a fluke because next year they're not Phoenix. I don't know what they're having to Phoenix, but they're not going to be better than Denver because Denver's going to get everybody back healthy. You know the Lakers are going to do something. They're not going to be better than the Warriors. So they're going to have to
a team like the Clippers,
what you say?
The Clippers.
The Clippers, as Shaq points out,
my favorite in the next year is going to be the Clippers. When they get Kawhi and Paul George back with all the trades they made. So the Mavericks, as I told you last year about the Atlanta Hawks, I said that was fool's goals last year. That was more of a Philadelphia meltdown than the Hawks beating them. And to me, it's the same thing this year with the Mavs. It was really more of a Phoenix Suns meltdown. But they got a long way to go to be a contender, in my opinion.
What do you do with the Jalen Brunson situation, unrestricted free agent?
Well, obviously, Jalen is he had a hell of a year, especially the second half. He established himself as a starter, possibly, for the next 5-6 years in the NBA. Can you afford a starter with the type of team they have? And if they don't, then that will put a lot of pressure on Dinwiddie and then Tim Hardaway, who's hurt, to maybe come back if someone outside grabs him. And, I will say it took me a second to get back early after that because, I love the celebration. I love the fact that, it was general ribbing between Chuck and the fans, but I ride or die with him. So even when he's wrong. So it took me a second to get back with everything that was going on.
Ernie, to answer your question about Brunson, I would do a sign and trade because he could be a starter on another team and make that team better, and you probably can get some good parts for him. Because
you don't think that he makes them better?
No, I don't think he gets them over the hump.
Over the hump.
Because when you start paying guys, my rule of thumb is if I give a guy a ton of money, are we going to be contenders or are we going to be stuck in the middle?
I agree. I think it's maybe not him. It's his position, meaning Luka really has the ball more. So he's really good with the ball. So now if you sign him, he's not going to have the ball as much.
And he's going to be eating up your cap. So just do a sign and trade, and then both teams can win. That's my personal opinion.
Definitely going to get paid.
For sure.
Yeah, it's a breakthrough series for Jalen Brunson. Mavs down in 5 against the Golden State Warriors. That was probably
like
that may have been you in Phoenix yesterday morning too, wasn't it?
Is that Chuck Ungerfield?
I cannot wait.
Which one is Roy Green there?
Oh, Roy Green. He said he's Alfonso.
Yep.
Hey,
That
Chris,
sure is Chuck and
I ain't
his boys.
lying. I am so ready.
Whose decision was it to put that on the air?
Well, it's only 3 of them.
There we go, Jeremy.
Which one? I'm not in that video.
Very funny. Very funny, Steve Fiorillo. Yeah.